check this out. A man surprised his 73-year-old godfather with a ticket for a music festival. The older gentleman had always wondered what went on during the lengthy hours of music festivals, and he found out they are a blast. Look at him go.
This just makes you smile. Oh my goodness. I love that. And if my grandma was still here, I'd be taking her to the music festival too. That's so fun. Yes. Well, we all know the saying, age is just a number. He proves it, and this next man is also proof.
Yeah, he didn't pick up a tennis racket until way later in life, but his love of the game is now inspiring other people to push themselves too. Robert Boyd was on the court with him in Newport Richey, Florida to celebrate what was a very special day.
Watching Teddy Sporadic crash the net, you would think he's been playing the sport his entire life.
I started tennis when I was 75.
Teddy's backhand looks as strong as ever, but he admits he lost some velocity when he reached his mid-90s.
I dropped down a little bit. I'm not as good as I used to be, but my balance is a little off.
Teddy is still out there 3 times a week playing doubles against seniors 30 years younger, and in some cases, 30 steps slower.
And whoever shows up, we play.
Come on, Ted, give me your best.
You could say Teddy has become a Hall of Famer at Veterans Memorial Public Park.
We are the champion, right?
Yeah.
And Friday was the celebration of a Hall of Fame life. Teddy turned 100 years old.
Happy birthday to you. Thank you. Overwhelming.
He was joined by 3 of his children and dozens of friends, but the party only lasted a few minutes. After all, there was a match to be won.
We're going to warm up a little bit.
Playing alongside this super senior on his special day was Teddy's daughter. So what's the secret to his success?
I got a nice girlfriend that gave me energy.
Oh, his lady friend helped invigorate his life.
Yes, love makes the world go round and helps you win tennis matches too.
Yeah, apparently. Wow, Teddy is remarkable.
Yes.
Okay, can you, I was blown away at first when I heard the reporters saying, oh, you know, in his mid-90s, he lost some velocity. And Alexa can vouch. I was like, what? He's in his 90s. He turned 100. How is he 100 years old?
Oh,
what
amazing.
a guy.
As long as you're moving, you can keep moving, and that just proves it. I mean, gosh.
You got to keep moving. I've heard, you know, elderly people that I know and love say that you got to keep moving. You move, you know, move it or lose it, so to speak. Like if you sit down and you're sedentary and you don't work your body or work your mind mentally as well, then you're just going to, you know, fade away. This guy, I want to go play with him.
Teddy.
Wow.
I know. And he picked up tennis when he was 75 years old. I mean, to learn a new skill at any age, I'm trying to learn Spanish right now, and that's a challenge. But to pick up a whole new sport at 75, that's goals right there.
That takes an incredible amount of dedication and persistence. And so, Teddy, we salute you.
Yes.
Happy birthday from us at Afternoon Focus. Wow.
100. We see him on the Smucker's jar soon. Well, when we return, we'll show you how a soccer league in Maryland is giving refugees a safe space to hone their skills in a fun environment.
Thanks so much for staying with us. Refugee and asylum-seeking youth are fleeing some of the world's most challenging and protracted conflicts.
And they're seeking safety, stability, and opportunities to pick up the pieces and create a new home. And for many, soccer is proving to be that home.
Nice, nice, nice.
Moving, like running, something like that.
Good job, Lalia. Good job, Sophia. Keep it up in that.
It's like giving you energy.
So it's 2-1-2.
When I play soccer, I feel like I'm a place that is peaceful.
Get pass back. You got me back.
When you're out on that soccer field, you're not thinking about your stresses of life.
Soccer, it sounds so cliche, but it's just like the world sport. So yeah, this is the high school girls team with Soccer Without Borders in Maryland. This is just one of our normal practices. Right now, we're in a pretty light part of the season.
When you get Soccer Without Borders kids together, it's this explosion of culture and diversity.
Sit.
It's not just a typical soccer practice where you're running out and doing drills.
Everyone that's in the group today is a refugee.
I'm in 12th grade, and I'm from Congo, DRC.
I'm from Tanzania.
So we're an after-school program. We work with newcomer students, refugees, immigrants.
So like if you're talking to someone on the field, what are different directions you can give them? Really trying to be intentional about how to integrate language learning and ESOL into soccer practices. You could tell the person to go right, being able to demonstrate and show them which direction that is.
Left.
That's a very simple kind of way to get directions into their everyday language.
Every Soccer Without Borders program is broken down into 3 elements. There's community, there's soccer, and then there's education and academics.
This session today, it's called LIT, which stands for Leaders in Training. You all have the whole alphabet. You have to get the letters you need to spell that word, and then you come put it on your side of the table.
It's incredible how much confidence a young person can have and how much that can be veiled under fear and hesitancy because they don't speak a native language.
How do you spell laughter?
There's no F. Oh my gosh.
The English language. It's not fair sometimes.
The thing I like about this program,
Helping each other? Yeah?
it makes you feel like comfortable. You feel comfortable.
Yes, Sarah.
I still feel like we've barely made a dent. Like I think there's so much room for growth and need in different areas.
Soccer brings all of us together.
Soccer might become what they show up for, but I think it starts as just a place where they feel a sense of community and just like a lot of love.
That sense of belonging, that's really what it's about.
Boy, oh boy, that sense of belonging has kind of become like our theme for the day, right? Yeah. That we all want that, we strive for that, and then Soccer Without Borders to, set up these children, so they can feel that and meet other children longing for the same thing is really, really fantastic. And I wanted to kind of turn the floor over to you specifically, Alexa, on this because in working for Scripps national team doing correspondent work, you've done many stories on them, haven't you?
Yes, we've done a lot of, one of my most favorite stories that I've done, we traveled to Pocatello, Idaho. It's a very small community in Idaho, and they're not so diverse, and they own that. They say, we don't have so much diversity in our community, but they completely started from scratch a refugee program just this past year, and they have become one of the most successful resettlement efforts in the entire country.
No kidding.
Most of their refugees have jobs, permanent housing, and are in school programs, and for refugee families to get settled, to find affordable housing, it's really hard. And so to see a program like this soccer program where the students are given a space to learn English, which is something that is, I can't imagine moving to a whole nother place and not speaking the language. And then to be able to have a place where they feel they belong and can really thrive, it is so key in helping people, assimilate and be part of the community because the theme of, like you said, that sense of belonging in so many of these stories that I've covered traveling the country, these refugees just want to be a part of the neighborhood. They want their neighbors to wave at them and say hello and just feel like they're American too. And, something like this really gives them the space to do that. And it's so, it warms my heart. I smiled that whole story just watching, they're really creating that. They're taking action and doing it.
Do you find that in talking to these folks that when they meet other strangers who are going through the same kind of situation that they look to them almost as like extended family, like even more than friends, but the people that they kind of cling to and become, like they're maybe like their closest, what do I want to say? They're beyond friends is I guess what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
somebody that's
it's like an example and it's a pillar of strength to say, okay, I can do this too. We see other families settling, we see them opening businesses, and so many refugee families do start their own businesses. They are entrepreneurs and things like that. So to see one success story, to see one, community that's welcoming and thriving with refugees, it helps inspire those who are newcomers to really work hard and say, okay, I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to get lost in, the overwhelming mix of, joining a new country and to really make that effort to succeed.
That's awesome. They lean on each other and find strength among each other.
Yes.
Wow. Yeah, I think that's what I was trying to say. It's like I can just almost see it happening and see it when you need to find others who, maybe can speak the language you speak.
Yes,
or,
absolutely.
Or going through the same struggles. Yeah.
To find jobs, to find all that stuff. So it's special, and I just loved watching that story to see, how those kids are doing that every single day.
Right. Good stuff. Thanks for sharing all of that, Alexa. We will be right back with more Afternoon Focus after this. Thanks so much for staying with us. Okay, Alexa, the producers wanted me to ask you this question. Are you a thrill seeker?
Okay, I'm probably the worst person to ask because I've got, yes, I do love that stuff, but with limitations. No sharks, no jumping out of planes, and no bungee jumping. I don't trust those bungee cords.
That's reasonable.
How about you?
That's reasonable, my friend. Yeah, no, not so much. I used to be, but a long time ago, a cheerleading stunt did me in. No heights anymore. Yeah. And we were asking because this extreme river simulator we want to show you is definitely not for the faint of heart. Look at this. And this guy here who is not ready at all for those waves to become important.
Oh my gosh, that's scary.
Yeah, that's ooh. Would you do that? I mean,
with the floaty, yes. So I know I would not drown. I'm a good swimmer, but that's like a wave pool on steroids. That's like most people down.
Yeah, that's really fun. Oh my gosh. Well, that is our show for today. Thanks for being with us. As always, we want to hear from you.
Yes, please send us your ideas to our Facebook page, and we'll see you back here tomorrow, like we say, same time, same couch.